Welcome back to the Ponca City Monthly Podcast. I'm your host, Andy, and we're now into April. It's already time for that, which means it's the first week. So we've got Editor-in-Chief with us, Kelsey Wagner. Kelsey, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I have an extra special guest with us today.
You do. Let me see if I can pan the camera out real quick. No, I can't. Okay. Well, if she makes a sound, we can.
She's intently listening to you. She's over here cuddled by me. So
the unofficial mascot of My Media Matters.
She has been for a long time.
So April, are you ready? You're a gardener. That we share that.
I am. Yeah. Every year I always kind of get the bug to go plant some stuff and dig in the dirt. This year I'm a little busy. I don't know if I'll do as many flowers, but I did spend the whole weekend outside with my dad, and we were working on getting a storm cellar ready for, it's almost tornado season in Ponca City. So
have you read any of the reports that maybe Tornado Alley is shifting?
I have read that, and I agree with it.
Yeah. I have only been involved in like one tornado-ish in all of my life.
Yeah.
And I always get the tornadoes that are big, like just big gusts of winds. I don't know. They have a specific name.
Like the microburst?
Yes. I've been involved in like two of those.
Okay.
But nothing like a real, I've never even been close to a real tornado.
I just feel like when I was a kid, and of course I grew up in Grant County, it was all the time. Like tornado season was intense. And of course we grew up in the generation of the May 3rd tornado. Then we had the May 20th? We had all these like mega super tornadoes. And not to say those don't happen anymore, but I do feel like things have shifted off to the east a little bit. We don't get as many crazy, like there was one storm, I think it was in 97 in Lamont, and there were 13 tornadoes that touched down within a 12-hour period. So,
yeah. But yeah, like, where I lived, the ranch that I grew up on, we were in a valley. And so the magic was that tornadoes didn't go into valley. I don't know if that's true.
No, there is truth to that, for sure.
I don't know. Like, that was always our thing. It was like, oh, we're never going to have a tornado. But then I moved out here and wow, it can be scary.
It can be scary, yeah.
I was working for a news radio station in Tulsa, and there was a microburst, I guess, that happened very above my house.
Oh yeah.
And so my boss was like, get out there and take pictures of it. And so yeah, I was out there in a very minor strong wind. Yeah. It was not a tornado by any means, but I was out there taking pictures of it when I probably should have been inside.
Yeah, I lived out in the Sylvia Edition. I think it's been maybe 8 or 9 years ago here in Ponca City, and a microburst came. It would have been right, I think it was before the Recplex was there, but it downed all those power lines. I mean, it was big. Yeah. So
the wind here is crazy. We've been dealing with it pretty regularly.
It has been bad. I'm ready for the wind. I told my kids, you know what they say about March, in like a lion, out like a lamb. Well, it's the end of March and it is not lambish yet. So
I always feel like such a oldie whenever I'm like, oh, the weather. But this going from, I think a few weeks ago we went from 19 to 91 in a day. That's crazy. I don't remember ever doing that, but maybe we did.
It is. And if you talk to, how people say the full moon influences people's behavior, makes them crazy, but the wind, I hear that across the board. The wind makes people angry. I hear teachers say that the wind will make kids, they misbehave when it's really windy outside. So we are very kind of interlinked to the weather, I feel like.
There was a horror movie that came out probably, I don't know, 4 or 5, maybe it was before COVID, but where that was the premise. She was on the prairie, and it was like a period piece, and she's on the prairie and she's by herself and the wind picks up.
And they made a whole movie about it.
They made a whole movie.
I'm going to have to watch it now.
Yeah, I think it's called The Wind.
Okay. Fascinating.
So that's should be, I feel that movie sometimes.
Yeah, no, there's a lot to that.
All right, well, let's talk about this issue. Yeah. As we're recording this, it's on a truck coming here.
It is. It'll be here in an hour. But,
perfect. And we'll be done with this. But I'm going to put a picture up so you can hold your hand up. And that's
okay. Yeah. Here.
There is the cover. It is the girls wrestling team.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a fun story.
So the cover this month is of the LadyCat's Wildcat Wrestling, and they went down and they won I'm going to get it wrong, but it's like the academic all-state. And so their collective grades as a team, they were the best in the state. And so Teresa Sackett wrote this great article about their program. And really, this article is more about what they're doing collectively for these girls. They've had speakers come in and talk to them throughout the year. They're really working to build these girls' confidence and things, because it's a brand new program. It's only been around for a few years, and just this is such a fantastic story of what they're doing in these girls' lives. So it's a great cover story.
And the Lady Wildcat wrestling team is also very involved in the community. They also have a lot of community programs that they participate in. I know there was a couple of photos from where they had received different awards. Yep. So yeah, they're pretty involved. Very involved,
yeah. And they've got a great Coach Aggie is a fantastic human being. So
yeah, and so most of the article is an interview with Coach Aggie. So great piece. You definitely want to pick that up.
Yep.
Cool. Funny story here. So I'm not athletic in the least bit of way.
I'm not either. I'm not surprised.
But I'm very we're very outdoorsy people. We share that.
We are.
We're not athletic, but I can take a hike and walk for days.
Same.
But if you put me in pads and make me run.
If I'm running, you should run, because I'm running from something.
But in 97, I was in high school, and my friend, who was kind of a stout girl, she was very athletic. She wanted to try out for the wrestling team. That was not allowed. So I was on the school newspaper because I was a nerd. Yeah. And so I made a deal with her that I would go try out with her. And if they wouldn't let her try out, then I would write a story about it. Because that's... But yeah, that was 97. So we've come a long way. So now the girls are on the cover. I mean, that's how far we've come.
Yeah, and I think that it's interesting that you and I kind of lived in the before times when there were more things that women... And even the generation that came before me, there was so many things that women can't do. And every year we have a new thing. I think this program is 3 years old. I think that's right. But yeah, girls can wrestle just like boys can, and there are some fantastic girl wrestlers. So.
And there was no reason for them not to, other than it just wasn't something that they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So great. I'm glad to see that. I was really my heart was happy for that little person in 97 who went to the wrestling terrified.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we've got some other great stories. Family Resources, the Living Hope Pregnancy Center. Great story on them doing good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Marla Cervantes went and interviewed both of these. And I just think it's important to understand that there are nonprofits out there, just like through COVID, all of our nonprofits have been through this kind of transformational period where the resources have been tied and they're adapting and they're changing. And so both of these nonprofits have been through a lot of change in the last 3 or 4 years, and they're growing, which is fantastic.
And they have a lot of, in the article, they talk about some of the resources that are available to anybody that can just reach out and contact them.
Yep.
Oh, now this one I really liked. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah. The Bill Pickett story.
Yes. Bill Pickett. Jim Fulbright reached out to us, and he just every once in a while will do these really great stories that are about history. And Bill Pickett is one of those kind of flying under the radar historical figures that has huge relevance in Ponca City. He performed in the 101 Ranch Rodeo and was really known throughout the nation as this, award-winning rodeo person. So it's a great story. And he was a man of color, which for that point, for him to have so much notoriety was kind of unheard of at that time. So
right. And the 101 Ranch is having a sale.
So the show at the Blackwell, Oklahoma Fairgrounds is open to the public April 17th and 18th, Friday from 12 to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and admission is free.
So,
did I get that right?
Yeah, you did. They mentioned very briefly about the memorabilia show, but they're actually selling stuff that was from the Wild West show?
Well, I think it's both. I think I think they're going to have vendors there with Wild West inspired stuff, but I think that they're getting rid of some of their memorabilia stuff.
Sure.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I always like doing the kind of oldie layout.
Yeah, it was super
I think
fun.
it's fun. And I don't know why I picked green. I think because it's spring and I was just into green.
No, yeah, I thought it worked really well with that kind of brown color, the tan. All right, can we talk about Blanton Chiropractic Clinic? Because I feel like they and all these businesses out on Lake Road are really having a moment. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So the bridge on Lake Road is out. And what started out as this really kind of negative, oh my gosh, the road, I mean, the bridge had to be closed. It was dangerous. It was going to have to be closed. And all those businesses out there, let's see, it's the Butcher and the Baker, Aesthetic State of Mind, Blanton Chiropractic Clinic, SWG. They have created this like viral chat GPT. They've done all this fun stuff. You can follow any of their Facebook pages. And Blanton Chiropractic jumped in and they've done like dinosaurs and all this really fun stuff talking about the bridge being closed. So
now they are the official chiropractic for this.
For the 101 rodeo? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, that, yes. Okay. They're very involved that way because we do have a picture of them with the rodeo queen. Mm-hmm. But they also do the high steppers.
They do. They do the high steppers. They do several of the high school athletic teams. So.
Nice. So they're very community. Yeah, there's the picture of them with the rodeo.
Yeah, Tim and Echo Blanton are super involved in the community. You know, Echo is a Professionals Today alumni, and so she helped with the Cherokee Strip barbecue cook-off, and they've been really involved in the community for a long time. Great company, great family.
Talk a little bit about Pioneer Technology Center. Mm-hmm. They're honoring Tom Riley for their Partner in Progress. Mm-hmm. Now, fun story. I just did an interview with Terry Bush, who wrote the story, so you can get all of the details about that. And that is going to come out in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Very fun. All about that program and why it's so important to not only the school, but also the community at large. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Yeah. Stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for that. Was there any of our like typical pieces that you wanted to talk about?
Let's see. Yes, I wanted to bring up, so the Chamber Buzz. First of all, Shelly Arrett at the Chamber is always working on cool new programs. She's really big into data and analyzing. And so the Chamber, over the past couple of years, they're trying to, make sure that all the programs that they're using are effective. And they've created this new program called Frontline Faces. And have you seen the people on Facebook with the Chamber that are wearing these red vests?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you may be thinking, who are these people? Well, in her article this month, she talks about what this Frontline Faces program is, kind of why it was started, what the goal is, and they're really working to be more like, we always have had the Chamber Ambassador program, but the red vests make them more visible. So that way, if you're an outsider or you're a new business, you can find someone in a red vest, and they are there to help you and kind of be that point of contact. So it's a great new program.
Fantastic. Yeah. We also have a list of all the people that are involved with that and what companies they work with. So you sort of know what's going on there. Yeah. Book reviews. We're going to have a fun book discussion. We just started that program, something that I tried to get off the ground last year. But, when you're just kind of starting all of this, it's a lot. So it was hard to, forward think enough to get people lined up to do that. But now we have Romey. She's doing the book reviews for us. But she's also coming in and we're starting to do conversations about books. Yeah, so this month we'll be doing Project Hail Mary. Yeah. Not only is it a great book, but it's also been turned into a fantastic movie that's doing really well.
And now that we have a movie theater, we can watch all these cool movies and it all just kind of comes full circle.
And so I have to admit, I'm a late bloomer. I just went to the movie theater like recently.
Yeah. What was your,
it was really nice. Yeah, like the seats are really cool. Like I thought there were some seats that might be the recliners, but they're
wide and they're tall. So like, I don't have to look at someone's cell phone in front of me, which was really nice. There's a lot of privacy.
And you
have a table.
And they bring your food. Yeah. You don't have to stand in line.
I know.
So a lot of great, the movie theater is very nice. I've now seen 2 movies there.
Nice.
It was very.
So you saw Hail Mary and what was your other one?
I saw The Bride, which
The Bride.
kind of got
mixed.
It got mixed reviews, but I thought thought it was really good. I mean, I think you have to be very familiar with the original Bride of Frankenstein to sort of understand the context of the film. And you also have to accept that, you know, Frankenstein is not a good guy.
Yeah,
like,
no, he's not.
Like over the years, like in the 100 years that he's been around, you know, we've sort of turned him into like an anti-hero, but he's not. So if you go into the film thinking Frankenstein's a hero, then you're going to be upset by that film. But otherwise, it was a really fun film.
Probably one of the best films I've seen at the movie theater. I think I've seen 7 or 8 now. Anaconda with Jack Black, which is did you see that?
No.
Okay. It's so meta because it's a movie about making a movie about making a movie. Okay. It's hilarious. And I love all the inside jokes. So if you haven't watched that, watch that.
I was a Jennifer Lopez fan.
Oh, were you?
I loved the original Anaconda.
That's good too.
I thought she was the best actress ever.
Well, she makes a cameo. I'm not going to ruin it, but she makes a cameo in Anaconda. So
good for her. I'm glad she's not taking herself so seriously.
No, she's not. So my Mayor Minute, are we ready for that?
Yeah, we're ready.
So I will tie that to the movie theater. So I went to Whataburger the other day, and sometimes I just take my laptop and go have lunch by myself. And I was in Whataburger, I was on my laptop, and there were 2 distinct different conversations of people who were eating at Whataburger. And the first person was scrolling on their phone, and they were reading off all the movie times, and they were like, which movie do you want to go see? What time do you want to go see? And then another different couple came in, and they were talking about the movies they went and saw last weekend. And then they were making a plan to go see more movies. So all that to say, it's really fascinating to watch the economic impact that our movie theater has made, where people are, you know, they're maybe they live here, maybe they don't live here, but they're coming to watch a movie, and then they're either shopping or eating or doing something related to that movie. And so watching that in real time for me has been very rewarding, but also very fascinating. Like I took my dad and we went and saw the Hail Mary. And, you know, he said, Kelsey, did you have anything to do with it? And I said, yeah, I did. You know, I was one person of a huge number of people that contributed to this. And PCDA was the leader on that. They struck the deal with it. But it's been such a huge boon for our community. And I was just excited to be a teeny tiny little piece of that. So very exciting.
Yeah, it is very exciting. I have to tell you that something that I like about it is they have early morning movies.
Oh, yeah. I know. They have movies all day.
So I want to go at 10 a.m. on a Monday because I don't want to deal with children.
Did you see their preview about children? And they're like, if you have a screaming baby, get him out. I'm like, you know, I got to say, like, I agree with that.
There's usually me. And okay, now I've only been twice, but each time there's the same person that's in the movie theater.
Oh, really?
So it's me and that other person, and we're the only people there, and it's so nice. I enjoy it greatly. But so don't come to my.
What's your favorite row?
Okay, here's where I have to nerd out. I have severe motion sickness.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah.
In the movie theater?
In the movie theater.
Oh, dang.
So I didn't realize. I don't know. Since I hadn't been there, I wasn't prepared for the Bride.
Yeah.
It was in the smaller theater.
Oh,
so I sat way too close.
Oh boy, yeah.
And I had to like maybe lay down at one point, which is great because the seat reclined.
Yeah.
But with Project Hail Mary, I sat in the very back just so, because I have to sit in the back off-centered.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to tell where I sit, but I will say I'm such a nerd. Like at the Ponca Theater, I know the exact seat numbers that I always sit in.
Okay.
And then at the new, like I like to pick my spot, and so every time I know I go to those, and it's consistent. So
now you go at regular times though.
Oh yeah, 7 o'clock on Friday, and it's filled brim to brim with people. I love it. Yeah.
No, I strategically plan to try to go when no one's there.
Yeah.
Because that's just how I roll.
And you have that option because I mean the last movie theater we had would have like 2 show times on Friday night, and then now they've got them like you said all day. It's crazy.
Yeah, and on Tuesdays it's $5.
Yeah, $5 movies.
And you are one of the members.
I am a member
because you go a lot.
I do go a lot. Well, I think the membership, I'm going to give them a pitch here.
Sure.
So for $30 a month, every time you go to the movies, you can get a free popcorn and a free drink. So the popcorn and the drink are probably like $20. So if you go to the movie twice or 3 times a month, I mean, you're coming out ahead. So, and you get different perks, you get free tickets and free hot dogs and other cool things. So
great. So yeah, sign up for that because that's really fun. But yeah, the movie theater is fantastic. If you haven't gone, you should definitely make a point to go. They have times all day. You can buy the tickets online. You do have to interact a little bit with somebody at the checkout stand to show your ticket. But outside of that, it can be completely hands-free.
Yeah.
So yeah. There you go.
Well, I'm going to sign off by showing everybody Ginger. Okay. I'm going to move this a little bit.
There's Ginger. Oh, look at Ginger. Ginger is so sweet. All right. Thanks so much, and come back next week, and we'll see you then. Bye.